Today, I'm going to take you through a journey of 100 days and 7 days to die, Darkness Falls. I wanted to make this video so you can experience my whole playthrough of the mod and bear witness to what struggle. Here, hold on. I don't know how quickly these things can kill me, but, Oh. What? The portal fell, bro! The portal fell! And what adventures I had experienced. All of this so you can calm down and forget about your day at work or school and maybe put a smile on that face of yours. Now, just in case you don't know, Darkness Falls is a complete overhaul mod that fundamentally changes the entire game. In other words, it's like Arby's and it certainly has the meat. Just so you're all aware, I'm playing on Nomad difficulty since this is my first playthrough and I wanted to give myself a chance to learn the mod. Sorry to all you veterans out there who play on Insane or Hell on Earth difficulty, but I like myself well enough not to subject myself to torture right off the bat. When I first spawned in, the first thing I noticed that was different is I had many more inventory slots. Seriously, it's like playing Fallout. Like, where are we storing all this, guys? Unfortunately, I still had to unlock all these slots, so the pack ratting would be saved for later. They did implement a perk system like Skyrim or RuneScape, if you don't know, and it would increase your skill with, say, mining using a certain weapon just by simply using it. As you increase your general skill by using said item, you'll be able to take perks which increase the damage or resource collecting once you met the requirements. I absolutely love this system and I'm glad they implemented it in this mod. The next big change I had was a choice of class to pick, giving me a head start in whatever role I wanted in this unforgiving apocalypse. I decided to go for the hunter class because at the time I figured it would be the best source of food. After that, the countdown had begun on my 100 days and I think I'll let my past self take it from here. Grass is actually hard to come by. This, honestly, I'm just dropping it. I don't give a heck about the cash, all right? Oh, they have the big B again. Oh, the big B is back. That's like an alpha enemy. It's been so long since I've seen the big B. Don't come at me, please. Ah, yes, Bob's Boars and Carl's Corn. Fancy place here. Real fancy place, I do remember. Goddamn tourists. Out and about. Hey, go get a job, man. Carl's Corn is a sacred place. Right now, we're just gonna... Let me in! Let me in! A to repair? Okay. I feel like I shouldn't be in here. Oh, that's a dog. Yeah, I'm not... I'm good. I'm not messing with that. Not today, buddy. So, where should the base be? What about out back? Is the terrain... The terrain doesn't look better immediately, but... there is a chicken, you know? And when you got a chicken, you really got to think, like, is that a sign? I kind of think it's a sign. You know, right? Nope. Nope. That's a sign not to. That's a sign not to. Close the door. Close the door. Close the freaking... Oh, Jesus Christ. No, 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 no. You stay right there, motherfucker. Yeah, that... Nope. Back up. I'll put one right in your head, mother... What did I just say? I said I put one in your head, and you're too stupid to hop the fence. Oh, I thought you would have kept going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, he's kind of silly, not gonna lie. All right, that's one wolf down. Oh. Do I actually need the hammer? Hold on. And we got ourselves a door. Heck yeah. Hammer. Oh my god, it's instant? Oh, I love this so much. This quality of life makes me so happy. Dude, oh my god, it's so nice. It's so nice, bro. I don't have to level up a repair tool to endgame in order to just instantly change these blocks to what I want them to be. Getting this wood will be good for us, though, at least. So, is that a motherfucking direwolf? Did you... Don't play these games with me. I saw those red eyes. No. You don't get it. I think you can get it now. You see that? You see that? What's that doing here? That belongs in the wasteland. Endgame. Listen, brother. I know you have an agenda. I don't know what that agenda is or why it involves you just sitting outside my house, but I really need to get in there. I'd rather not tear down the back of my wall just to get into my house, but you're kind of forcing that upon me, you feel me? I just want to go into my home, put some stuff away, make some boxes, put stuff in the box. You know, pretty basic gaming stuff. Okay, and we just have hordes spawning. Nice, zombie stripper. You are not a stripper, bro. You have assless chaps? Hold on. Assless chaps? Doesn't look like it. Yo, what? I can have a that is a big horde. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's so many. Just hanging out with the direwolf, huh? Oh. Okay then. You have fun with that, Wrecked. Let's see. Oh, there's a chicken stuck down here. Okay. Maybe we can get some stuff off of him. Okay, these guys are down. Where'd the chicken go? Oh shit, the chicken get out? Oh, there he is. Hey, Mr. Chicken. Come back up here. I want to hit you. I swear I can hit this chicken. Wait for it. He delayed it. No. Wait, what am I doing? I can just hit him from here. Are you serious? This chicken's insane. Come on. How am I missing him? All right. All right, you little bastard. Ugh. Oh. You're all mine now, baby boy. After getting myself settled in, my first concern was food and water. Without those two resources, I can't exactly go on adventures now, can I? The conveniently placed fruit trees out here, though, helped me a lot in the beginning. Afterwards, I took some of the basic farming tips perks, which allowed me to unlock seed recipes without taking the farmer class. I found the English breakfast, which piqued my interest as a food that I commonly use, seeing as I already had an abundance of the required materials for it. Before I worked on acquiring water, I went back to my base to find a few surprises.
How may I serve you?
Huh? This was the White River Scout, which was a new quest giver from Darkness Falls. At the time, I didn't realize their importance, but in short, they give easy kill quests which spawn the zombies you need to kill, and the rewards hand out important materials needed to progress in the mod. So far, that's another horde. They are running. Oh my god, they're tearing the place apart. Oh. Oh, there's so many. No. As As for the horde you just saw, it came to my attention that if a horde spawned on the hill next to my base, they're gonna see me. This was obviously bad for me, as we saw what they could do to metal walls, so they're gonna make quick work of wood, and myself included. But before I could begin on that task, I realized my water was suffering, mainly due to the dysentery I received from eating raw canned food. So turns out you actually have to cook it in this mod, and it took me a while to figure that one out. I found out you could make clay bowls from Rect, as he gave me a bowl of water for my first quest, but the light bulb didn't go off in my head yet. Instead, I wasted all my money buying orange juice at the same price it's gonna be like 5 years from now. I continued to spend my time trying out Darkness Falls quests since they were something new and I wanted to see what they had to offer. Things went well though. I did have a minor dispute with the White River Scout though. Kill some zombie utility workers.
Don't forget.
Don't forget what? Are you threatening me? White River Scout? Well, you only have 2,500 health. What, you think you're tough? Think you're tough? I didn't think I'd be able to get back here. Hey, I'm one of you now. Just waiting for the next player to come by so I can give him his quest. I get to give the quest first, all right? You already handed out enough. I swear to God, I will delete you from my game. I am God here, and you remember that. So, sounds to me like you still don't, you're not letting me,
help me.
Hey, survivor. We're no longer dumbass. We're just a survivor. What do you got? What do you got in your inventory here? Cable guys never made it. Kill some zombie utility workers. Okay, so we're still literally just chilling. We could do, so.
What are you looking for?
So, oh my, what happened there?
Bye.
As far as I can tell, I'm not really getting anything crazy. This is just a quick... I slipped, I swear. I didn't mean to do it. Please, please don't revoke me back down to dumbass. Please. I worked so hard. After that incident, I decided to take some time away from the White River Scout and did one of Rex's missions where I became one with the wilderness. Oh, do not. I said no. No. Quit it. Stay right there. That's right. Stay. Fucking dumbass. He actually stayed. Once I returned to Rex's base, I was able to redeem myself by putting on my big boy pants and taking on my first horde. Who am I kidding? Nah, we're not letting them. Bring it on. Bring it on. Show me what you got. Are there some behind me? No. Ugh. Oh, former thug, huh? You think you're so tough. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Line them up. Line them up. Keep bringing the heads. Oh my Lord, you have a lot of HP. And there we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep it coming. Keep on getting up, I dare ya. With the horde slain and my honor restored, nighttime was approaching, and I finally found the time to put that wall up I mentioned earlier. Now, the only thing I needed to worry about alerting the hordes of the night was the wettest farts you'd ever heard from my crippling dysentery, all because I was too stupid to figure out you needed to cook canned food. Now that nighttime had arrived, I took the time to look through my perks and increase my combat capabilities by increasing my damage with sledgehammers and unlocking the ability to craft higher tier hammers as well, which I immediately was able to test out, and the upgrade was so noticeable I managed to embed the locals into the walls. The very next day, my first airdrop arrived, and inside was a portable lathe waiting for me, which is a new crafting bench from Darkness Falls that allows us to craft gun parts and eventually make our own guns. Once I had returned to my base, I struggled to keep my water after I accidentally drank murky water while trying to collect it with 5 of the glass jars that I had come across. So I was stuck in a loop of constantly cooking and drinking water so I wouldn't die of dehydration. In between that mess though, I was spending a little bit of time that I had to collect wood in order to make a base for Horde Night. Once the night settled, I was finally sick of canned food and decided let's start making these English breakfasts, which gave me a surprising amount of food for how early you could craft it. But for every night that falls upon me, so too does a new problem. Okay, apparently I decided to throw the glass jars onto the ground and stomp them out with my foot. It was at this point that I finally realized I could craft clay bowls and collect water under the same concepts of glass jars, so I immediately got to work on that and I was finally free from the dehydration demon. While looking into bowls of water, I stumbled upon the perks which allowed me to craft the forge without taking the laborer class. Almost immediately after I took this perk, I was able to craft the forge, and this allowed me to make a lot of glass jars for even more water. I may have made the clay bowls useless almost immediately, I know, but if you haven't played this yet, do not make the same mistake as me and just make the clay bowls for water in the beginning instead of wasting all your time buying more drinks from this piece of work right here. Unless, of course, you already have a forge because you took the laborer class. In that case, you know, go ahead and make the glass jars, you pompous jackass. With the food and water arc officially out of the way, it was day 6 and I had little time left to make a Horde Night base, so I got to work right away. Only to find the game had become sentient and was trying to keep me from finishing my base by spawning a horde right next to my construction site. The design I'm using is from my first playthrough of Vanilla 7 Days to Die, which worked wonders. I figured it would work fine here. The base is supposed to be a simple design, which initially stalls the zombies as they're forced to jump up the first set of blocks to climb the tower. Once they reach the top, they must jump over 2 hurdles, and then they're able to reach me in this window made of scaffolding ladders. The scaffolding ladders act in a really odd manner where the zombies cannot identify it as something blocking their paths, so they won't hit the ladder and I can easily hit them through it. The major thing I need to worry about here though is any form of spitter zombie or getting too close to the scaffolding ladder, otherwise the zombies are able to hit me as well. Now that you have a good understanding of how this base works, I feel it's time to show it in action. Advanced. There we go. Alright, here they come. Looks like this base is halfway working. Okay, we knocked some down, and Spit's gonna be our biggest problem from the looks of it. Gotcha. Oh, it's a good thing, too. He knocked that off. I wanted that glue real bad. Hey, you stop hitting that. Boy, quit it. I don't know what they're hitting. I hear them hitting stuff, and it's really concerning. Spider monkey. Okay. Okay, I'm not allowed to hit the spider monkey, I guess. Oh, we got birds too. Can I hit the spider monkey, bro? What is this? Oh, we got mutated zombies too. Uh-oh. What? Why am I hitting anything but the spider monkey? He's right there. Hit him. Okay. That's really annoying. So, yeah, if you couldn't tell, it's not working as expected. The hitbox of the scaffolding ladder seems to be different from vanilla, and it seems the zombies are actually capable of hitting the scaffolding ladder and breaking it. Kind of messes with a lot of stuff there. The part which had me the most concerned, though, was how much of my main tower they broke. In vanilla, they never bothered to touch the main tower, and they just run straight for the path I had set for them. But the zombies were deciding to attack the main tower, and that's big trouble for me, because they can just dig their way to me. Now, this may all seem like a big problem, and it is. It certainly is, but you may not know something here. I'm a goddamn goldfish, and I took a 3-day break in between this recording. You know what that means. I didn't get to any of this at all right away. It's okay though. It's okay though. We worked on a few other things. We unlocked the hunting rifle from our hunter class quest, and it gave us a silencer attachment as well. Afterwards, I meandered off to do more quests for Wrecked and the Scout, which gave me the opportunity to assert my dominance over who gets wild game in the forest. After leveling up a few times, I spent more perk points towards basic farming tips, so I could craft the chicken coop and the mortar and pestle, which allowed me to make animal feed from various fruits and vegetables. The animal feed acts as a fuel for the chicken coop, coop, which passively gives me feathers and eggs. This helps me out a lot because then I can just make more arrows, and of course it helps with food and a few other recipes that we'll save for later on. I also figured out how to prepare canned food so it wouldn't give me dysentery anymore, and I started my very own apple orchard because apples are going to be my main source of animal feed here for that chicken coop. I also created my own man-made beehive for a steady source of honey. After I finished trying my hand with hunting and farming, I felt it was time to move on from primitive stone tools and began forging iron. I needed to let the iron cook, so I spent my morning doing quests to test my strength, and I'm on my way to becoming a bald man wearing a yellow jumpsuit. We got a boy up here. Why are we moving so slow? Hey, dude. Oh, you're a stripper, right? Totally. Oh my god, he went flying. I got that power arm behind me. If you guys don't know this one, you're gonna have to go ahead and look up One Punch Man if you still don't get it, you uncultured sack of... After completing the quest, I decided to forego medical supplies and a potential lunch for a brand new toy. With my dementia slowly wearing off, things were coming back to me, and I thought a stroll through the forest to put my meat back where I placed it, away from my base to avoid zombie attraction, would be the perfect thing to clear my head, so I could remember what I was doing, and it almost worked. Okay, while that cooks, let's go ahead and put our meat away. Yo, god damn, dude! Chill! Fuck, man! Eat shit! God! Oh. You know, that dog was probably perfectly fine, and it was just happy to see me, and I instantly shot it in the butt, and then just blew its head up with the sledgehammer. I got some problems I need to work out, man. After enough stumbling around, trying to remember what I was doing from the few days break, I began to craft iron tools on day 13. Since it was day 13, the second horde night was close behind me. I repaired my base, and my lord, it was in shambles. After I crafted my first iron tool, the iron fire axe, I began gathering wood so I could craft spike traps in an attempt to deter the zombies from destroying my main tower on horde night. I came back to my base to start crafting an iron shovel to find some squatters, so I busted out the homeless people repellent and took care of the problem. Oh, there's some over here too. Like, check that out. They're just wandering in. These guys, on the other hand, they refuse to go anywhere, which isn't great. Man, oh, I know what to do in this situation. I think you guys know what time it is. I told you to stay away. I did, I really did. There we go. Oh! Once the pest had been cleared, I started to craft the iron shovel. I went for the shovel right away because I needed clay in order to craft more forged iron. And more importantly, I could use clay and stone to craft cobblestone, which is an upgrade material for my structural blocks. It can now turn my horde base made out of wood into a much sturdier stone. That way I can drop my blood pressure during horde night and avoid having a stroke. With my horde base as prepared as ever, I waited to see if my deterrents would finally make the zombies function how I wanted with my horde base, and I think you're gonna be impressed. Well, they're coming. Bring it on, you sons of bitches! I'd like to see you try and do something to me. Are they even coming up the right spot? It sounds like they're just going straight into spike traps right now. Are they just gonna dig towards me and kill me? Is that what's happening right now? Uh-oh. Guys, you gonna use my base the way you should? Okay. Noted. Jesus Christ, how many birds are there? Stop spawning fucking birds! Fuck off! Yep, so that was a bust yet again. That wasn't gonna stop me though. I was still determined to make my base work. With the horde night over, I wanted to work on Trader Rex's quest in order to unlock a bicycle for a better means of long distance travel. I decided I was sick and tired of waiting for the night to pass, and I felt as though I was prepared enough to handle it. Oh, and then the game had to throw that at me, huh? You just had to throw that at me? That fun little guy? Now I know that there's not a snowball's chance in hell that I'm taking this thing down. So, you know, this zombie's looking pretty good right about now. You think the direwolf despawned? I feel like the direwolf would have despawned by now. You're kidding me, right? Did they see me? That's another direwolf. We're gonna go over here. You know what? You know what? They looked like they were running this way. I'm not gonna chance that. We're gonna hide up here. Oh no. No, 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 no. You do not. Oh, daytime is coming. I might be saved on this. Yep, after that mistake, I did end up finding a scrap iron pickaxe on that adventure on day 17 to gather more iron, and I finally crafted the iron sledgehammer and iron pickaxe. During this time, I encountered my first unidentified enemy from Darkness Falls. What is that? Oh, why? What the fuck is that thing? Okay, we're gonna put a bullet in it. Oh, we need to run. We need to run. It's still coming. Oh, God, it's power walking angrily towards me. It walked exactly where I was. It doesn't know. Okay, it's stupid. Stealth is OP. Oh, it's horrifying, though. Just mainly because I don't know what it is. That killed it, right? Why'd it disappear? It just disappeared? Guys, am I fighting a ghost? Oh, come on. Now I'm getting haunted by ghost zombies. Afterwards, I spent some time scrapping vehicles to get parts for future projects. Ah, yes. Your average minivan in its natural habitat. Could be able to get some good parts off of this one. Decaying though it may be, it will be useful. The bottom feeding Vatylda, who will scrap it all for parts so he can make a scrap toaster. That way he can get that good crunchy bread and melt his butter. When I got back home, I discovered my home had been ransacked by zombies while I was out and began repairs. After my home was repaired, I started to make a metal workstation. This is basically an upgraded workbench and would be the station required to make steel tools, and would also allow me to create a working player oven, which would serve as a much better cooking station, making all my required ingredients for any food to be far less or otherwise take much less time to craft. Once I had that started, I began working on an underground bunker design for a horde base, which didn't go so well. I thought I'd build a bunker because I just wanted to see if the zombies would interact with it differently in Darkness Falls, which as far as I could tell, they didn't. They just dug right to me. And this did spark an idea in my head though, but that's going to be saved for a little bit later on. Now, I was growing slightly worried as the hordes were going on and the zombies were beginning to break through my scaffolding ladder, kill window a little bit easier. So I did some research on YouTube to get an idea of what I could do to help myself. And I'll just allow past me to explain this here now. And oh shit. Okay, we got a horde coming over here, and I don't feel like messing with that too much, but basically what we can see here is we have these tiny little poles, and believe it or not, that actually counts as a path for these guys. So what's gonna happen is Horde Night comes and they're gonna run across this, and as they start to get a little bit bunched up, we'll say, they run into each other, they're going to fall through the holes here, and then they should just run back up and around, and I can worry about individual zombies on their own with this, and things should take care of themselves for the most part. And the spikes, we're not using spikes because to like defend the pillars and such, because that's just going to keep the zombie there longer. As they're taking damage, it's going to make them slower. It's going to make it take longer for them to get away from the pillar in the first place. So basically all I'm doing is just asking them to stay next to my base and destroy it by having spikes down. So we're going to avoid doing that, and we're going to keep these here instead and hope that that's good enough for stalling them, and then I can take out any zombies individually with my sledgehammer. With that band-aid added, I wanted to explore the Darkness Falls questline a little bit more. After completing enough missions from the White River Scout, I unlocked a new quest giver named Razor, so I went to pay him a visit. He talked about recommending me to another person named Eve, but before I could do that, I had to prove myself to him. So he handed me his dirty work and I got to cleaning. After a few simple tasks, Razor wanted me to travel 1.5 kilometers towards the winter biome. I decided to do some digging, and I found I could craft the bicycle, so I went ahead and made one. I also crafted the leather duster just to help out with the cold weather I'd be facing. And before we started that journey to Santa's castle, I crafted the big forge so I could begin production of steel. While waiting for my crucible to craft, it was time to defend against my 4th Horde Knight, and I was able to test out my new design. Ooh, oh shit, did not mean to do that. Well, in case you couldn't tell, our 5th Horde Knight has started. So time to see how bad this gets. It needs to be repaired. Yeah, see, they're trying to break that. Why are they breaking that? After crafting a steel pickaxe, I began working on my new home base, which would be an underground bunker. With wandering hordes arriving what seemed like more and more often, I felt like an underground bunker would be a perfect home base, as I would no longer need to worry about hordes or just wandering zombies in the night catching wind of my activities, and I'd be free to do as I please without any worry of my base being destroyed. With the 5th Horde Knight on the horizon, I decided to make one more change to my horde base. I removed the 2nd tower and added one big path. Hopefully the zombies would process where to go. They are heading kind of heading towards it. Some of them don't want to play nice. I don't think they did. Yeah, they can still come across. I don't get it. Why do they just want to beat on that? Oh, hello. Okay, you're down. Oh, no, it fell. So now we're just kind of holed up here, hoping that this works, huh? So yes, yet again, I was left confused as my base fell apart before my eyes because the zombies still wouldn't use the path I had made for them. Instead of dwelling on my horde base, I returned to finishing up my bunker. As a housewarming gift to me, I made myself an M60 machine gun. After getting settled in, I decided to complete that last mission for Razor in the winter biome. I brought my leather duster with me to keep me nice and snuggly, only to find out my nipples were hard enough to cut glass. Despite the cold weather, I still had my overheating M60 to keep me nice and warm. While warming up by torch fire, I did some research and found that I needed insulated liner mods on my armor in order to properly keep myself warm. It only required generic schematics, which I was severely lacking and had no clue how to get them. Once the outpost was cleared of infected, I informed Razor, and he told me I could speak with Eve about 500 miles the opposite direction. Oh, and now I needed to craft items to protect against the heat, as she is in the middle of the desert. But I did get one good piece of information out of doing Razor's quest, which is this handy dandy description right here. Yeah, that I ignored that for almost the whole playthrough. Turns out I can just scrap magazines and other schematics I don't need in order to make skill note bundles, which I can use to create different class books. I wanted the blank paper class book to unlock the scientist class, as this will give me access to the demolitions expert skill. This skill will allow me to craft explosives, mainly the pipe bomb and dynamite, which I need for my new horde base. I began to build my supply of skill note bundles by doing missions for Wrecked and scrapping any recipes or magazines that I had found. Horde Knight had shown its ugly mug yet again, and I spent all of day 42 making a band-aid, I will say, because I couldn't put together the new one I had in mind, because I wouldn't be able to utilize it without the ability to craft explosives. So I made my first horde base design you've already seen, only now the walkway is shorter and it only has one tower leading to the main tower, and the pathway is guarded by a robotic sledge, or as I like to call him, Sledgy. After dealing with the revenge of the dead, one of them was so kind as to drop a welding torch. This is a tool you can place into a slot for the metal workbench, which would allow me to craft steel tools and the advanced forge. With the advanced forge at my disposal, I can now craft one forged steel in 7 seconds. It requires half the materials as the big forge, and on top of that, it only takes me 5 minutes to craft 100 iron for my working player oven. With the forges I had before, this would have taken me roughly half an hour. So the production efficiency has gone up by a big percent that I don't feel like calculating. Just take my word for it. While the forge was at work, I went out to search for more skill note bundles and was blessed enough to see this world's Firefly show. On day 45, I spent my time looking for a tool and die set which allows me to craft ammo casings out of forge. It is most commonly found in a working stiffs hardware store, so that's where I began my search. The search went well as I ended up with 3 of them. With the tool and die set available, I was able to craft more ammo for my M60. I'd used most of the ammo in the last horde night, and I wanted to make myself as prepared as I could with plenty of ammo for the next ones to come. The next day, I had upgraded my tool crafting skill to level 4, which meant I could craft motor tools like the chainsaw and auger. But at the time, I grabbed this perk mainly to make my time at the forge even shorter by crafting the improved heating component. This would decrease crafting time at the forge by 15%. I'll take more resources in a shorter time any day. The next thing on my list was the cement mixer, which I'm sure you guessed it, allows me to make cement, and upgraded my horde base to a stronger type of block for those pesky zombies to try and break through. On day 47, I spent more time searching for skill note bundles while completing missions and dismantling points of interest for their supplies. On day 48, I finally made the working player oven, which would allow me to use less resources and time to craft food. At the end of the day 48, I crafted my very own auger, which is a drill that acts as a motor-powered pickaxe. This would come in handy later for making my new horde base once I've unlocked the science skill tree. On day 49, the 7th horde night was on its way, and I put the concrete to good use and upgraded primarily the foundation of my horde base to keep the zombies from breaking in. I also put the auger to use as I felt like digging a small pit for the zombies to fall into for the horde base, which worked well enough, but I'd say Sledgy stole the show for the horde night. Now that the horde night was out of the way, I decided to do some research in the wiki and found the coordinates for several Crack-a-Book locations on the map. For those of you who don't know, Crack-a-Book is a bookstore in 7 Days to Die, which primarily holds crafting recipes and skill magazines. Seeing as these locations would have the highest yield of these items, it was a perfect place for me to salvage the rest of the skill note bundles I needed for the scientist class. Now that I had the skill notes I needed, I went back to base. I just had to craft a writing desk, which was simple enough to make, but the hard part was making the ink required for the class book. You could use a multitude of vegetables, which I had just enough of, and eggs. The problem here is I made the working player oven, which I used all of my eggs on making English breakfast, so I had to go looking for more. Once I had my eggs, I was just a small trip to my writing desk and the scientist class was finally mine. Now that the scientist class was available to me, I just had to complete a few quests to unlock some perks. Then I took my perk in Demolitions Expert and began crafting gunpowder to make dynamite. With roughly 2 days remaining, I got to work on my new horde base, starting with the construction of the structure, and then I began digging the pit. With the base complete and my dynamite at the ready, it was time for the 8th horde night, and I was more than prepared, except for when real life pops in on you and you decide to go walk away from your computer for an hour or so. So, here's what happens now when we start up the game. Here's what happens, boys. All I'm gonna say is we gotta make a run for it. We're gonna be running. I hope you guys brought your running shoes because we're going as fast as we possibly can with our baby legs that we now have. If you still haven't figured it out yet, don't worry. You will very, very soon. Oh, I'm so excited for this. So happy about this. All right, spawning in. Isn't this fun, guys? Isn't this fun? Where are we? We're back here. Well, look at where we are. We're level 1. We're level 1. Guys, we're naked. And we don't have anything. Okay. So is anything gonna spawn in, or is my world busted? Oh no. Oh my god. So, after putting in roughly 28 hours of gameplay for all you lovely people out there, my entire world and my save for my character were corrupted. Basically, what happens if you don't close out of 7 days to die without hitting escape and hitting exit, there's a high chance this can happen to you. And, oh my god, man, I was devastated, to say the least. And I had to pace around my apartment for 15 minutes debating if I should even keep going with this video or not. And after some thought, I found, you know, I enjoy this mod. I enjoy making this video, and I really want you guys to feel this experience, to witness this experience. And I decided I'm not going to quit on you. And just because 7 days to die needs underhanded tactics to beat me doesn't mean I'm going to stop. I decided to start again, and this time I knew what I was doing the whole way, and the world of 7 days to die wasn't ready for me. Now, after the application of mental elbow grease and time, I was close to the same day count I was before, but as you probably noticed, I was progressing faster due to the knowledge I already had. So my past self and current self are going to give you a status update on what you missed. We got the Power of Tower upgraded. The Horde's actually gonna come soon, but this is it. And they run in here, and they see these little things as a path, so they can jump here, so they can go here, here, and up onto one of these two. And then they can get onto the ladder where I'll be, but, I mean, it's that. So they just fall into the pit. And then further down the line, I'll be able to put this crossbow, I'll be able to have this crossbow using, explosive bolts. But for now, we have contact grenades and my actual crossbow, which I'll just use to shoot them while they're down there. Because after a certain distance, they're not in what's called rage mode, where they just beat anything that they want, beat, and break everything. So yeah, I'll just be sitting here. They'll run in. Oh, yeah, and you can move around like this. But, yeah, that's about it. And then this door, spikes all around. That's for birds. I think the doors, like every single zombie type is supposed to like hard focus going to doors. So I'm pretty sure the birds will fly in and try to go to the door, but they're too stupid to fly over these spikes, and they'll just go into the spikes and die. But I mean, if nothing else, I can open this up and just fucking wail on them. Yo, look, check it out. We got our first part of the apple orchard actually grown. Hell yeah. Fucking apples! Oh, that's better. That's better. I'm gonna make more. We had a little bit of dynamite crafting, So if we head on up here, I do believe we are done crafting it. Yeah, so we got dynamite for the 7th night. Animal feed, I don't need that. And we got way more, gunpowder crafting away, like crazy. And up here, we've got steel arrowheads being crafted, so those will be ready to go here in a hot minute. And we are also crafting an unholy amount of water so we can get more duct tape for explosive bolts later on, and more more dynamite should we need it in the future. I also collected a bunch of oil shale in the desert to make gasoline for vehicles and motorized tools like the auger and chainsaw. And I had a birthday party at the largest crack book I could find where all my presents were waiting inside. Guys, you see that? Hey, who brought their dog? I didn't invite a dog to this party, guys. I said no pets allowed. Get your dog out of here. Man, this is not going the way I planned. What's going on in the... I made a mistake. Okay. All the slowpokes, huh? They're all bikers? Hey, I didn't know that the biker gang was in town. What's going on? Are we cross-country riding today? Yes. A hardened lock chest. That is some equipment there. Look at that technology. I mean, just look at this thing. It's incredible. Well, better bust out my my lock pick here and just come on, you guys. Look at this flash. I didn't even know we were here. Sorry you can't hear me. They're chasing a rabbit. As for the new horde base I was using, I had to make a second one because it began to fall apart. The second one had the same issue as you can see from the crater underneath the base. See, the dirt below the base acts as support, and as the dirt at the bottom gets dug out by zombies or my explosives, it becomes unstable and eventually it's just gonna collapse. To fix this problem, I had the idea to fill the crater with more sturdy materials such as cobblestone and concrete. As for the part of the pit where the zombies should be, I walled it off with steel blocks as it would be my most sturdy material at the time, and it kept them from digging into the new foundation. This worked like a charm, and I went from using dynamite, which had incredibly high block damage, to using pipe bombs, which had virtually no block damage. This meant my foundation took minimal damage, while the zombies trapped down there took as much as I could dish out. The pipe bombs were so extremely simple to craft, requiring only plant fibers, gunpowder, and short iron pipes, which can be made from one forged iron. The strategy for using these explosives is as simple as it is to craft them. Sit on your ladder above the pit and drop the pipe bombs out of your inventory into the pit. Once you think they're at the bottom, give them a 1-2 shot of your explosive crossbow bolts and boom, easy XP. The only other issue I had was with taller zombies like behemoths getting stuck on my base. In order to correct the problem, I had my floor turned from full blocks into slabs, which raised the floor just high enough that nothing was ever stuck on it again. After settling well enough in with my horde base, I really wouldn't have to worry about horde night ever again. I wanted to do the same for food production, so I unlocked the farmer class to harvest more crops from my plants. I'd also crafted multiple working ovens so I can make enough water to fill a swimming pool. With the basics of survival covered, I started to work on crafting something which would make crafting pipe bombs just a little bit easier. But before I could get to it, another horde night rolled around, and it's definitely worth mentioning I found this bad boy. What do we got in the rare ones? Eric's hammer. Oh? I'm interested. Damage 75. Max durability 3000. Attacks per minute is higher. Oh, okay. What's the stamina usage on all of this? Dude, the stamina cost is nothing.
Best son of a bitch.
So can
That's
I
all
modify
you're gonna
this
buy?
or no? I can modify that. Oh my god. Better way to squish bugs than with a big hammer. 75% chance to shock enemies during the day. Perhaps the iron replaced with repair with repair kits. Disables demonic and empowered regeneration. Can take the stun baton repulsor mod. Not only was it good for that, but you can also add the NICD battery mod, which adds a 30% chance to proc shock on any weapons, giving Eric's hammer a 100% chance to shock enemies during the day, and it just sends them flying with the addition of the repulsor mod. After drooling over what would be my best weapon for quite some time, I have finished making an item for easier pipe bomb crafting. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a man's vehicle now, boys. All right. What do you say we try this bad boy out? Okay, we just slap it down here. With the help of the lawnmower, I could collect plant fibers for my pipe bombs at a much faster rate, making them no worry to craft anymore. And of course, I can be a dad. I wanted to keep the lawnmower in pristine condition, and I was kind of sick and tired of using the bike as a means of transport, and I felt it was time for a proper upgrade at the Department of Transport at the Tower of Power. So, I made the mechanic's workstation and finally had a use for the 4th floor of the Tower of Power. After a little bit of waiting, I made what would be my favorite way to travel. The gyrocopter. It was time to take to the skies, and I was I was good at it. Well, like at that point, I don't know if I just give up or what. Okay, we're about to do a backflip. Okay. I don't think I'll ever do that again, and I can't believe I did it pretty much successfully. I've finally reached the skies and spent very little time traveling from place to place. With no more worries for Horde Night, food, or water, I was no longer surviving, I was thriving. With all my bases covered, I was ready to continue the Darkness Falls quest line all the way to the end. I had finally gone to see Eve, who was having a moment. She, like everyone else, had to test me to make sure I was capable of basic apocalypse functions and had me clear out an infested area, which wasn't a problem at all. The next day, she made me retrieve her collection of heroin so she could keep on tweaking on. After the drugs were secured, she assured me she wasn't a run-of-the-mill junkie by sending me off to a top-secret military bunker, which I couldn't find a way in because you can't pick the lock on the doors, you can't break them, the walls around the doors have 50k durability, and with my mining skills maxed out and the use of an auger, I had a whopping 1 damage done to the wall. I took this as a sign that I needed to get titanium tools, so I crafted anti-radiation meds from the master scientist skills, so I unlocked that and made myself the meds and began mining for titanium in the wasteland. After the titanium was acquired, I began crafting my upgrades, starting with the titanium auger and chainsaw. Then I looked towards armor upgrades and began crafting titanium armor as well. And last but not least, I upgraded to a titanium crossbow and bolts. Just ignore the fact that I messed up and crafted titanium arrows instead of bolts. This happened at least 3 times during the playthrough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this geriatric YouTuber is going senile. Anyway, as for the titanium armor, it is a heavy armor, but in order to counteract the movement speed penalties, I placed custom fitting mods on each piece, which reduced the movement speed penalty by 2% per piece. I'd also taken points into the security class, which will also reduce movement speed penalties and increase movement speed as well, which made me speedy and tanky at the same time. With almost all my equipment upgraded to titanium level, I figured it was time to go back to the military bunker and give this a try. But before I decided to head out, it clicked in my mind that I had picked up all of these color-coded keycards off of various zombies throughout my playthrough. So I took the keycards and took them back to the bunker and found out this was the solution to my problem, and finally gained entry to the mysterious and also frustrating military bunker. All right, we have it open, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna pull the pin on this fucking grenade, and we're gonna look right at them. Oh, let me out. Let me out. Okay, well, that was pretty good. More coil carbines. I'll take all of that loot gladly. Oh, hey, we got research notes, boys. That's good. That's good. We want to see that. Okay, now we're in a mystical wonderland where we scrap things and oh yeah, this is gonna be something else. Desk. What do we get? Energy cells. Ooh. I wonder if we can break some of this down. Research notes? Oh my lord, this place is going to blast me forward, isn't it? I'm guessing they just need to break through this, don't they? That's like a pulse grenades, more coil carbine, crossbow bolts. This place is awesome. So basically, these bunkers are chocked full of the best equipment in the game, which makes sense as to why they're nearly impossible to get inside. With a few new equipment upgrades and the supplies recovered, I returned to Eve to find out what I would be up to next. She would then send me to a doctor, which used to conduct research inside the very labs we had just explored. She was hiding out inside Dyersville, which took me by surprise as there was one of these very same bunkers so close to home inside the Pine Forest. He tasked me with recovering her research, which was lost inside another bunker located in the wasteland. Before I went to do this mission, I scoured the rest of the good doctor's bunker to find more of those research notes I found back at the first bunker. I nabbed these for access to the technological improvement skill tree. To access this skill tree, I had to craft and read the book The Future Is Now. Once I had read the book, I could begin taking perks in biological boosts or technological boosts, but you could only take one or the other and I couldn't decide. So I figured I wouldn't bother with any of that at the time and I'd just kind of think on it for the moment. Since I couldn't make a decision on what to take from the future technology skill tree, I decided I'd go and retrieve the good doctor's research, but I got slightly distracted. That is the traitor. Because that's a very well fortified area. Oh yeah, that's it. That's... what in the fudge nuggets is that? Oh, okay. Classic. Is this an Oblivion gate? What if I wandered into? What happens if I go through this? Oh, nothing. It's just here. Can I break it? Wait, what? Search damage portal? I will as soon as I can. Alright. I just gotta work on a few things, don't mind me. Demonic essence? Demonic essence, let's go. After I was done with that distraction and diversion, I actually investigated the bunker. Ow! I'm sorry, what? I didn't open it. Oh yeah, I saw that. Run, run. We need to run. Yeah, we need to run. Oh shit. What was that? You're kidding me right now, right? A motherfucking... Oh, man. Jesus fuck, man. Ow. Thing, because if there is something good here. Hi, everyone. So what now? Do we break this thing? I think we do. Portal power source. That's what I've been looking for this whole time. So, yeah, even though I had access to weapons like the coil carbine, I was still massively unprepared for this mission. I did die, and that meant even though I finished the bunker, I didn't finish the mission. But I wasn't going to go back and restart immediately because I found the portal power sources in the bunker, and this allows me to craft the laser workbench. While the laser workbench was being created, I took points into the technological crafting trees so I could craft laser weapons. I got materials to make the fusion forge, which I then used to make parts for the laser weapons of my choice, the laser carbine. After the laser carbine was created, I began working on crafting the transhuman shot and the accelerated healing shot to upgrade the perk in the biological boost skill tree. Apparently, instead of spending perk points on these, you just had to craft a consumable to use, and it just kind of increases the level of the perk. These perks will give me a bonus to resource gathering and melee damage, but the most important takeaway here is that if I max out accelerated healing, I'd regenerate 10 HP per second anytime I took a decent amount of damage. And I gotta say, this is a very strong perk. It helps out a lot. After I had my upgrades, I made my way back to the bunker with the mission active. With the help of the laser carbine, I progressed much faster through the bunker. After I retrieved the research, I made my way back to the doctor, eager to see what would be next on the mission list. It's at this point that I received one last mission from the doctor, which was called Dance with the Devil. You may have noticed I do have the option to repeat the last mission, Research from Hell, and this marks the end of the true storyline for Darkness Falls, but the mod author was kind enough to give us essentially an Easter egg ending with this last mission here. So basically the story isn't finished yet, and I gotta say, I'm looking forward to see how far this goes. As for the mission, I was tasked with killing Lucifer himself, which was a fun little boss fight where he spawns a group of enemies as his health drops over time. In terms of mechanical difficulty, I can't say he's really all that hard, as all I had to do was run away for a second, turn around and shoot, rinse and repeat. But I will say the prize for killing this boss, Lucifer's Essence, which doubles your damage, disables all form of enemy health regeneration, and adds a 30% chance to shock and burn your target. Well, I mean, it's broken, bro. I went ahead and killed Lucifer one more time just so I could slap one of these bad boys on my sledgehammer just in case I needed it. So now I had done it all. I overcame the challenges of survival, I defeated the demonic overlord Lucifer, and completed what's currently available of the Darkness Falls story. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and I kind of felt like it was a little anticlimactic, you know? So I wanted to put on a little bit more of a show for you guys, and I began putting my masochistic mind to full power and thought up of a way I can make this video go out with a bang because you guys deserve it. And so I got to work. I started to gather resources for building supplies and searching the lands for a building site. I eventually settled with building right outside of Eve's base as she had the best land to build on, and I felt like being in a different biome. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, Vatylda, this just kind of looks like a big box. You're pretty much right. I'm building a platform for a wide open horde base. That's right, no longer am I hiding in a tower, lurking over a kill pit. It was time I took the fight to the zombies and demons, and I was gonna do it in the smartest and most fun way I could possibly think of. Just to top everything off, I decided to make the game even harder by creating the drink Unleash Hell, which will permanently double my game stage difficulty. Just before the big finale, I did prepare prepare by making myself a laser M60, which you get by maxing out the advanced technology crafting skill tree. Once I felt as though I was prepared, I made my way to the horde base platform, but I ran into a slight problem. All right, we're here. We're finishing up our last few days. My computer shut off for the first time in like a month. By that, I mean shut off on its own. It crashed for the first time in like a month, if not longer. And I had already done all this, what I'm about to do, which is, you know, finish the series. But all my recording got corrupted, as well as my game. But luckily, I have a backup for my world. Don't have a backup for my recording though, because that's all on the same computer. So we get to do everything again. I'm sure, well, it'll be fine for you guys. It'll be perfectly fine for you guys. Okay, at least the backup worked. All right, we need to go. We need to go. I'm going to grab fucking demonic essence, because we're going to raise our game stage by 100. Because trust me, guys, dude, I'm about ready to reset my goddamn life here in a second.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you? Do you have a bad feeling about this? Mrs. Robot Drone, Mrs. Robotic Drone, I have had a horrible feeling after a certain event, I'll have you know. And let me tell you, it's just not been a real fun time, all right? It's not been a real fun time, okay? It's been, in fact, a horrible time, okay? And I'm about ready to fucking crash out if I'm not considered crashing out already, all right? No, you don't get to fucking meep at me. I don't care. I don't care. Fuck off. Fuck off. I got more things, more important things to deal with, like finishing this series. But no. I didn't want to do that. But no, God forbid a guy have some fucking hobbies and do a thing. All right, boys, we are here. This has been quite the adventure. So multiple times have I been trying to do the final horde night for 7 doors to open. This one for sure should get recorded. I've already done it twice now. I keep having my computer restarted by God knows what. I've been talking with the Darkness Falls Discord, I think moderators or something. And you know, it's been a journey. We've been looking through stuff. They've been very helpful, but I think it's come to like a dead end at this point, and nobody really understands why my computer's crashing, what's going on. But we're going to, for sure, get the recording of the Horde Night for you guys. And then I might work on pinpointing whatever this issue is, because there's a little bit more I'd like to do for this world. And, you know, when the game keeps crashing my computer when I go back to my base, that's not great. It's not great at all. So we're just going to figure this out. We're going to do this. We're going to have a little bit of fun. And then I'm going to do a little bit of work. Whatever work that may be. My chair is kind of uncomfortable right now because my arm's all bunched up. Hold on. Yeah, that's better. So, it's, oh man, it's only 7 a.m. here. Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna take a bit. I suppose I'll give you guys the quick overview here of the base. So, we have zombie stall system going on here. As I'm sure many of you know, zombies get slowed down quite a bit when they have to jump up a block. I have like 3 blocks that they can start at to go up to this second block right here. And then they have to run across what I like to call the Great Filter, which is the 0.1 or 0.0125 meter pole. And, you know, if they can get across it, they have to jump over this again, which will stall them a little bit more. But the thing is about this is they stop the process that they have to jump over the block, right? And then any zombies that reach here as well and start running across these poles, which I fully expect a lot of them to get across, but if there's a zombie right here, like, hey, what's this? I gotta jump over this? All the other zombies are gonna run into his back and they're just gonna fall right off. So basically that stalls all the cannon fodder from really getting up here too fast and overwhelming me. Meanwhile, all the big badasses are definitely going to get up here. I know this from experience, but that's okay. It's fun to fight them. Over here we have a little system for me to get sort of a, I don't know, a moment's grace so I can heal myself, do whatever I may need to do. This is honestly a really good system if there are 3 meter tall enemies, because I can just jump over this and it blocks them and they have to run around this, and that just helps a little bit. I can just, all I have to do really is just run under it and we're good. But you know, yeah, so you get a little bit of grace here. There is this part where you can fall. It's a little hard to fall, but you can do it. So what I've been doing is putting little half blocks here, and I would make them metal, but I have like no building materials with me. So we're just gonna settle for wood, which surprisingly enough, these do last throughout the night, despite everything going on. So yeah, I'm sure you guys maybe have seen this before. I don't know, maybe not. Something like this probably. I mean, it's a pretty good system. You just, you know, you give yourself a little bit of grace so you can heal yourself. I also, just so the zombies don't start breaking everything in sight, I have ladders here, so they can get to me. But the thing is like, I'm running. I jump up here. They have to take the time to run over to the ladder and come back up, or they just hang out down here and they're like, what do we do? And then I can actually heal myself. That noise was my webcam going out, which I really don't know what's going on with that, and it's kind of pissing me off. But we're just going to ignore that, because really all that's there for is to record my audio. I actually don't need the webcam, so it can just chill, I suppose. Yeah, I have no idea why that's going out. It's really annoying. But like I said, I only need audio, right? So we'll be okay, I think. I may want to end the recording and just put stuff back up. Maybe I do that just to be sure. All right, I'll be right back. Well, time to get ready for it. Okay, let's pop ourselves everything we need to. Starting with fort bites, recog, diazepam, and then we take a mega crush. Here they come. Here they come. An orange tea and a red tea. Oh boy.
I've
All
got
right.
a bad feeling about this.
Okay, I gotta run. Hey, dude. See ya. No! You're not supposed to do that! You're not supposed to... Oh. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of big boys. We got a lot of big boys. We got Succubus Matriarch here. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, we're gonna reload quick. Let's let them all gather up, I'd say. Hello? How do you don't? Please don't. Oh, there's so many of them. Bring it on. You wanted to step into the arena with the champ? I'm gonna give you a fight worthy of your own dead life. Oh! Okay, running. Holy his nizzle. Yeah, all my turrets got owned. Oh, jeez. Hi, sir. Please stop. All right, we want to take care of succubi as soon as possible because they have the best mobility, and they do that. They do that a lot. Oh, we got a demon lord in chat. Demon lord. Uh-oh.
Master, we are not alone.
You wanted to step into the ring, huh? Yeah, that's right. I'll knock you on your ass, son. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, things are getting a little hectic. We're gonna pop some extra healing for ourselves, and we're gonna reload because we need to. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, that's Succubus Matriarch. Don't stay away from me. Oh. Okay, some of the spitters are down. Oh, we just got hit by the biggest, baddest boy around. Look at that HP, 90,000, brother. He has so much. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're getting ass blasted right now. We don't really have anything to do against that. Okay, that's another succubi down. Yo! Our drone, he's still alive. Let's go, dude. And he's healing me up. Awesome. Okay, I'm taking you down as soon as possible. Okay, I gotta run. Don't hurt me, please. It might be time for some more fort bites. Some more of this. And we're gonna need Mega Crush again. And we should probably pop one of these. And just one of these for safekeeping. All right, there. Now all of our HP should be fine. And, well, we have a bear on the chat. Okay. On chat, in chat. Oh. Okay, I don't want any more spitters. Oh, I ran out of ammo. Don't hurt me, please. Please. Oh, bring it on. Bring it on. I see you all lined up. I know what to do with this. Just hold down left click and win. Thought you could take on the champ? You were wrong. They're all trying to take the belt. They're not gonna get it. Oh. Okay, keep running, keep running. Oh, that's one down. Ow, don't hurt me like that. Oh, we got a hell dog. Fuck that. Okay, time to run. Time to run. Holy moly. Take this guy down. Die! Die! Okay, so far so Gucci. I'm not gonna lie though, I am so impressed with the models they got going here. These demon lords are so cool. Also, ow. Oh, wow, she died quick. All right. Okay, he's dead. That's good. Bitterbird down. Oh. Okay, time to run. Oh, stay off of me. Oh, stay off of me. They're so fucking tall and menacing. It's fucking freaky, brother. Ah, get off of me. Oh, we killed the demon lord. That's all I care about. Succubus down. Awesome. Okay, we got these dudes trying to take on the champ. Behemoth demon lord down. This one's stuck and doesn't know what he's doing. Awesome. It seems ladders are the behemoth lord's ultimate nemesis here. Okay, we got to keep it running. You guys are a little too fast for me. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop. He doesn't know what's going on. Okay, that's another one down. Oh, they have they? Your sensors picked up something? Is that what you were saying? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the heinous amount of something in my face. Oh my god, my aim's so shaky right now. Okay, time to run. Stay back! Stay back, all of you! You're not taking the belt from me, it's mine, damn it! Okay. I swear the matriarch just has the most HP. It's so weird. I think it's because they stay so far away. And they have a small model, so your gun just doesn't hit. Owie! Stop! Okay. We just gotta keep moving. Get off of me. Okay. Keep moving. Keep moving. Okay, that's a demon lord down. Let's fucking go. Oh no, I don't want you up here. Yeah, that's right. Stay out. Okay. What else have we got? Oh, she died. Fuck yeah, man. Let's go. We are owning them today. Oh, there's another one. Of course, there's another one. Did I just disable his explosion? Or is he gonna blow up? Okay, time to move. Time to move. All right, I think it's time for another round of drugs. I'm feeling it now. I can feel everything. Okay, this, we're gonna want to drink 2 of these. Owie! Owie! There's just more. They won't okay. Let's just keep it moving for a little bit. Gotta keep it moving. Okay, you're down. Oh, thank you, healing bot. Yo, my bot's actually staying alive this time around. I don't know what happened last time. My robot died instantly, but this time it's actually sticking around and healing me, which is nice. Owie! Don't hit me. Oh, stay off of me. Go down, go down, go down. Oh, we're switching moves. Switching directions, not moves. What the hell am I talking about, man? Yeah, you're not having fun, are ya? Not too much fun, is it? Not when it's just you. You could never take me one-on-one. Is that it? Oh, hi. All right, everyone's out of the arena now. Oh, I stand corrected. Come on. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Owie. Fuck, man. All right, let's heal up. Okay. Is everyone down yet? Okay, we got the patriarch. Oh, shit. Okay. We got the soldier. He's down. You're down. Look at that, boys. 88 skill points. We leveled up 28 times. Holy. That is insane. That is crazy. That was a wonderful, wonderful Horde night. Wouldn't you guys agree? This has been great. A lot of fun. I'm looking forward to see what else this mod has to offer in the future. Big time. That's really about it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed. I really appreciate you watching, especially all the way through to the end. I hope you've enjoyed the journey with me. And please, please, please subscribe. Please give me a like. But subscribe. There's gonna be more. There will be more. Definitely in the future. Definitely let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I want to know what you guys want to see, and I want to do what I can to entertain, you know? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make some content, have a good time, and hopefully you guys can have a good time along with me. That's really what I'm looking for here. And I hope that I get to continue this more with all of you. So, hey, you all have a wonderful day. And I've got quite a bit of editing to do. So let's just take one last look at this sunrise, and I think that's gonna be it for our playthrough here. Yeah. And if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna come to your house and slap those.